Hi, I'm Gerardo Salgado, and I'm going to talk about common mistakes made in collegiate athletics and the importance of resistance training. My Pico question is: can resistance training in male collegiate soccer players during season decrease the amount of injuries throughout the season? The purpose of this research is to inform coaches and athletes on the importance of resistance training during the regular season to ensure high quality performance and to decrease injuries throughout the regular season. At the collegiate level, many schools are left without performance coaches. If the school happens to have one, they most likely would be required to work with all teams on campus. The majority of colleges only have sport specific coaches for each sport. With this lack of performance coaching background, the sport specific coaches are not able to completely prepare their athletes in order to achieve the highest potential and to stay injury free. In team sports like soccer, the effects of an injured player is not as clear as in an individual sport. Tennis, for example, if a tennis player were to be injured, they would not be able to compete. In a team sport, the injured player could not and is not full to strength. The rest of the team could work to make up for it, or the injured player could be substituted, or even the club could even replace the injured player from another with another player from a different team. Soccer players are have high demands with physical demands from all the physical stress during practice and competition throughout the season. In order to fully prepare an athlete for a soccer season, their strength conditioning program must develop one's aerobic capacity, strength, power, speed, and endurance. These demands could be detrimental to an athlete due to the elevated catabolic state. Through an athlete's initial fitness, many um, may significantly affect their performance during the same season. Most of the research collected put a lot of emphasis on making sure that the athletes come to preseason training already at a high level of physical fitness. The idea behind this is to help athletes stay in shape deeper into the season, knowing that they are not receiving the right amount of fitness training that they need throughout the season. Continuing with an athlete's coaches on being sport specific, a training session's main goal will most likely be to provide stimulus for soccer-specific adaptations to help improve athletic adaptations. Sadly, the maintenance or improvement in performance standards is not taken into consideration at these training sessions. The soccer-specific exercises performed will create a lot of stress on the body. An athlete's body will undergo strenuous activity, physiological stress from practice and competition, which will all influence the physical performance of the athlete. Having an athlete in catabolic state, which causes muscle breakdown, can be very likely to occur. The breakdown of muscle will weaken the skeletal muscles used when performing in training sessions and athletic competitions. Weak skeletal muscles will increase the chance of an athlete getting injured during any type of physical activity. In order to prevent that from happening, coaches must make sure their athletes are getting training throughout their season. Strength training will counteract the catabolic effects of the hormone cortisol if done correctly. Combining resistance training and protein supplementation has been shown to intensify the effects of resistance training alone. Coaches should also consider what resistance training exercises to program based on their sports, based on the sport their athletes are competing in. Soccer, for example, the athletes will be quadricep dominant due to the sport-specific movements the athletes will perform. Movements include quick starts and stops, jumping, and sprints. Because of this, coaches should program lower posterior chain exercises to improve the muscle imbalances and strengthen their hamstrings. In conclusion, the results of this study suggest that applying resistance training to a men's soccer regular season regimen will help promote stronger muscles, which in turn will decrease the number of athletes suffering from injuries caused from inadequate musculature due to the catabolic state that they have been put in from the aerobic training performed. In regards to Pico question, resistance training can help decrease the amount of injuries throughout the season for collegiate male soccer players. As the research states, schools and organizations should consider hiring performance coaches, ideally a performance coach per team, to ensure that all these teams are receiving the right amount of attention for a healthy and successful season.